We are deeply saddened to announce the death of our beloved Alfred Jean, better known as Eric, Ricky, or Rico Jazz of Roselle Castries, who passed away peacefully at Victoria Hospital on 8 April 2023 at 6:34 p.m. He was 80 years old. He was a retired taxi driver, license plate TX120. Alfred was predeceased by his three brothers, Kensius Corno, Clement Jean, and Cecil Jean. Left to mourn his wife, Audrey Jean of Roselle, five children, Bernard Jean of Cowley, Janice Jean of Ciceron, Malia Joseph of Ciceron, Hisley Jean of Sunny Acres, Jessica Gillard of Pierrot. Adopted children, Ian Regis, residing in the U.S., Richard Regis in the U.K., Ivolua Avril Douglas, Kervin Caleb, and Ziel Douglas, all residing in Nebraska, USA. 8 grandchildren, Yashakade Jean of Sunny Acres, Nyrek Joseph in Brooklyn, LaShawn Gillard of Pierrot, Charlene Jean of Carmody, Liana Jean of Carmody, Wendell Edward of Pierrot, Yeshaya Jean of Sunny Acres, Tyrick Joseph of Ciceron. Godchildren, Donette Bernard of the UK, Dustin Jean of Washoe, Rendsburg Elipe of the UK, Glenn Shalmine of Hospital Road. Brothers, Michael Corno of Balata, Patrick Jean of Roselle, Paul Jean in Miami, Leroy Jean, also known as Bouillon in Miami. Sisters, Cynthia Jean of Latauque, Angela Jean of Washoe. Sisters-in-law, Martha Jean, also known as Mam of Roselle, Sheila Regis of Bois-Joli, Camilla Avril, also known as Bebe of Denier Riviere. Brothers-in-law, Cuthbert Avril and wife Argentina, Michael Avril and wife Sylvia Avril in New York. Daughters-in-law, Laurentia Allison Jean of Cowardie, Stephanie Jean of Sunny Acres. Son-in-law, Nigel Joseph of Ciceron. Nieces, Swinda Nelson, Alana Nelson, Tessa Nelson Antoine, Edith Alva, Olive Hospital Road, Sharon Joseph, Beverly Jean, Yvonne Jean, Patsy Jean, and Melinda Jean, all residing in the U.S. Nephews, Jason Jean in the U.S., Matthias Jean in the U.S., Stephen Kirby Avril of Denier Riviere, Marvin Regis of Dennery. Best friends, Gilbert Santemi, also known as Kalalu of Hospital Road, Mr. and Mrs. Cyprian Stephen of Jiracaco. Close friends, Valentine, also known as Yellow of Roselle, Patricia Glass, also known as Patsy of Roselle, Martha, residing in Martinique, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph of Goodlands, Mr. and Mrs. Renee King of The Morn, Esther Fletcher of Cowardie, Amber McGlaw, Janessa Joseph, both of Brooklyn, New York, Agatha Joseph of Lac-Wamingo, Edma Alexander of Denier Riviere, Angela Felicia of Ciceron, Magneta George of Brazil Street, Castries, Wellington Baptiste of Babonneau, Ivan Regis of Bois-Joli, members of United Friendly Group of Castries, Dr. Santiago and the nurses at Victoria Hospital, all his neighbors at Roselle, the Banan and Fawasho crew. The funeral mass for our beloved Alfred Jean, better known as Eric, Ricky or Rico Jazz of Roseville will be held on Friday, 19 May 2023 at 2:30 p.m. at the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception. Then the body will be laid to rest at the Shock Cemetery. The body now lies at Crick's Funeral Home, Vidwootey. May his soul rest in perfect peace.